What's going on, guys? T2RX6 here, back for what's probably going to be a relatively quick review. This is the Hasbro Pulse exclusive. It's basically the Japanese cassettes that we didn't get. Gurafi, I don't know how you want to say it, and Noizu. Basically noise, and I think it's supposed to be like graphic, kind of like graphic equalizer. And then Frenzy in kind of a blue color. It's kind of weird, kind of wish they just did it in purple. I thought actually on the pre-order that they were trying to kind of make that G1 Rumble in that like purpley blue color. But this guy's just straight blue, so I really don't see any reason to open the Frenzy side of things. And this packaging is nice. It's, you know, got a card back that's attached here. And I feel like somebody at Hasbro was lazy, because when you turn it around, this is still the Frenzy side, and this is the Gurafi and Noizu side. But you'll notice that it's on the wrong card. So if you did want to kind of split these off or something like that, it's just wrong. So, good job, Hasbro. Way to mess that one up. So, here's the bio for Frenzy, if you want to pause it. I assume it's probably the same as it always was. Here is the Noizu bio, and there is the Gurafi bio, if you want to read it. So we'll take a look at Noizu first, and as you can see, he's pretty good for tape stylings. Obviously a visible Tyrannosaurus head, and no detailing down here, but I mean it's kind of the standard fare for those G1 tapes. On the back, absolutely no detail here. Coming over to Gurafi here, we can see he's a little bit better when it comes to the detailing. Definitely looks more tape-like because the details extend lower, but on the other side, still nothing. So one thing to point out, they still do have their rub symbols. Obviously these two are Autobots. I do find it interesting that Noizu's was on the side of the tape. I don't know if I've ever seen that on any of the tapes. So as you would expect with the tape, transforming them, super easy. We're going to start with Noizu here. We'll pull out his tail here, take this piece, kind of pop it up and all the way around. Take the head, bring it back around, and bring his little T-Rex claws out. And then the instructions tell you to kind of part the legs just a little, which I guess gives him a little bit more stability to stand. So he kind of looks like this, and I believe it is with these pieces upwards that they want him attached to here. And there we go. We've got Noizu done. So taking a look at Gurafi, Gurafi is very simple also. You just kind of pull the wings open here. I do find this little piece interesting. You kind of push that down and it actually is his head, so it brings the whole head around. It's not really that amazing, I guess, but somehow it just feels kind of interesting in the way of engineering. Bring his little feet around and bring these pieces over to the side like that. And that is Gurafi. We can take these pieces and they just kind of clip onto the wings like so. Nothing fancy. So we'll take a quick look at Gurafi first, and obviously he's a pterodactyl. I do like the little bit of shine the weapons give on the wings, though I don't really understand them as a weapon per se. Yeah, nice little paint detail on the eye, and the back is just all visible cassette detail. So looking at Noizu here, he's obviously the T-Rex here. He's very Grimlock in the head, but it all kind of falls apart when it comes to the body. Not a huge fan of the way the tail looks or the way these legs are. And obviously the tape bot, there's just nothing to him when you look at the side. I do love his tiny little hands though. They're kind of ridiculous, but I love them. Big old honking weapons on this guy, and a huge screw on the side of his face, but we just look at him from his good side. And so here's the full set of the Japanese exclusive dinos that have come in the Bumblebee releases for the movie, and then obviously the Hasbro Pulse release of Noizu and Gurafi. So we have the Dial and Zauer, Noizu and Gurafi, obviously dinosaur themed here. It is weird that your raptor is absolutely huge compared to everything else, but you know, it is what it is. So what the instructions neglect to tell you is that there's an absolutely abysmal combined mode for this. They did not feel the need to include this in the instructions. They should have, just for the sake of that they can do it. But I mean, it's pretty bad. So we're going to start with Gurafi here. We'll fold his head back in. This can all stay the same. Well, it doesn't stay the same. Just saying we don't fold in the little pieces there. Fold the legs down like this. And he's got feet that pop out here. And here. And you'll notice I took the chrome piece off first. Because you end up switching which side the chrome piece is on. And kind of angling it in to fill this out. And then the little feet just come out like that. So we got the legs to whatever the name of the combined mode is. Now we're going to take the T-Rex. We'll pop these pieces off, fold his fist, or his little hands back in, fold his head up. We're going to split his tail all the way across like this. Bring his arms down. As you can see here, there's a little head tucked away here. We'll fold that up and in like that. That's all that locks into place. These plug in back here now and kind of go as shoulder cannons. And then this plugs right into the head of Gurafi. The problem is it's very weak. So mine has this tendency with very little persuasion to fall back, especially with all the stuff on there. And you can see he's just a really, really ugly combined robot. I mean, look how far back his head sits from his chest. It's pretty bad. But I mean, the Dial and Zauer bot is really not much of a looker either. It sits pretty far back. So these guys aren't winning any awards for their combined mode, but there is that funky G1 charm about them. And I can't remember if I reviewed these guys on my channel ever before. But if I did, I probably had the legs wrong for the combined mode. Because as I was looking through pictures, I saw that he has these that I never noticed that flip down as feet. The problem is, I feel like mine was misassembled and this should have been on this side or something. Because this is as far down as my foot goes. And this one goes all the way down. So he obviously looks kind of weird like that. It doesn't help him stand, so I don't mind. I just use the tail and the head like that as feet. But yeah, that's Gurafi and Noizu and whatever their combined mode is, and Dial and Zauer. So, are they good? Absolutely not. Are they important? That depends. I am someone who has been, you know, a big advocate of these weird Japanese exclusive characters actually making their way over as a US release eventually, as a reissue. So when these guys came out, I knew they were something that I had to have, even though they are super doofy. So this is T2RX6. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. And come on, third party, let's make a Gurafi and Noizu and Dial and Zauer. Make it happen. We can do some great things with these bots, I think. See you next time.